Now here is that exclusive interview as promised earlier with talented and beautiful homegrown star Tania Zaetta. Take it away, Mayuk.
G'day everyone, welcome to Curry Culture. My name is Mayuk. I'm just here at the Cinema India exhibition in the Powerhouse Museum, and I've got none other than the Bollywood superstar Tania Zaetta with me. Tania, how are you?
I'm very good. I can't believe that you just said g'day on an Indian show. That's very funny. Normally I'm always going, namaste, mera naam Tania hai.
Well, we have to keep it a bit local on Curry Culture, you know, otherwise, you know, we'll get a couple of viewers ringing in, you know. And
who don't speak Hindi.
That's it, that's it.
How good's this? Isn't this an amazing display?
It is, it's fantastic, and I've just had a look around, and you've just got a couple of your own additions to this display. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
I am absolutely thrilled. I can't tell you, it's kind of like all of my hard work being put on display, and I'm really having a little prideful moment with one costume from Dilapne Punjabi, the biggest Punjabi film to date, with a singer called Habishan Man that I did. So my costume is here for that, and they've even got a wig that looks similar to my hair, kind of.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then all the displays from Salam Namaste with one of Priti Zinta's outfits from the movie. And unfortunately, the Yash Raj, the company that make the big movies like Salam Namaste, there was a flood a couple of years ago in Mumbai. Many people may remember.
Yes.
So they've lost all their costumes. So unfortunately, the costumes I was hoping to have on display weren't here. But anyway, I've still got a couple.
Now, Salam, I'm glad you brought that up. Salam Namaste was one of Australia's, well, I guess one of India's favourite movies, and we were all extremely surprised to see Tania Zaetta in there. Now, how did that come about?
Oh, I pop up everywhere, don't worry about that. I had been looking for the right role for a long time, and I had only weeks before Salam Namaste started, I'd finished filming Banti Aur Bubbly with Amitabh Bachchan and his son Abhishek Bachchan.
Another classic.
Really, all cousins, uncles, and Aishwarya Rai, of course, before Abhishek and Aishwarya married. So that was the right role for me at that point. I'd been offered the role in Banti Aur Bubbly, and it must have obviously gone very well because Mr. Yash Chopra said, right, off to Australia you go to be in Salam Namaste. So
That's fantastic. And with Banti and Bubbly and Salam Namaste, you know, they had incorporated they had some of the, you know, Saif Ali Khan, Priti Zinta, Aishwarya Rai. Out of all of these actors and actresses, who would you say is probably, you know, the best person or most fun to work with?
I think when it comes to the biggest name that you could ever work with in a film industry, that would have been my opening scene in Banti Aur Bubbly, filming with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan standing at the Taj Mahal, and I was pinching myself going, oh my goodness. And then outside of that, well, I've done a couple of films with Ashad Vossi now, and another one to be released. I love work. Abhishek Bachchan is a prankster.
Extremely funny.
Yeah, I've done 2 films with Abhishek now, so that's always fun. It's difficult though. Well, Salam Namaste we filmed in Australia, so that was great for me because I got to repay to all the actors and actresses for how well they look after me in India. So I was organising them tickets to see AFL games and tickets to concerts and taking them down to St Kilda and Melbourne. So because they look after me when I'm in India. It's difficult when you're in a foreign country.
Exactly. I was going to ask you about that. Now, you've been in India for how long now?
I've been based there for 2 years, and I've been going in and out for about 7 or 8 years now, a long time.
And how are you settling? Whereabouts are you at the moment? Like, whereabouts are you based?
I'm in an area called Bandra.
Okay.
Bandra and Juhu, which is where all the filmy people, the filmies and the cricketers and the models all live, in Bombay.
And are you settling in? You know, the atmosphere, the food?
Yeah, it has taken me a while. Mostly I now live back in Australia. I've been spending a lot of time back home again with all my family and friends, and just commuting to India every few weeks, every month is required. But oddly enough, a lot of the Bollywood films are shot abroad, so you tend to go for your meeting in India, and then you're sent on a plane within 24 hours to London. And it's, you know how Bollywood works. It's like, hello, can we meet you tomorrow for a movie? Great. And then you meet them for a movie, they go, can you leave tomorrow to go to London? And it's literally your passport's in your handbag and your suitcase is always packed in Bollywood because you never know where you're going to go.
Now, I've just been reading a little bit about your exhibit, and it's just got there that you've actually been the first Australian since Mary Evans to have a huge impact on Bollywood. How does that make you feel?
I'd never heard of Mary Evans, but I'm going to go on google.com her when I get home so I know. I think for me, the achievement of being the first foreigner to conquer Bollywood in back-to-back films has just it's kind of what I set out to do, and that really is all the hard work, and there's been a lot of blood, sweat and tears that have gone into it. It's not easy sometimes to give up everything you know and go and live in a foreign country as a young single girl, and a famous young single girl from your TV shows.
Right.
So it's nice to know that in the future I may have just opened the doors a little bit and opened the gateway for future actors and actresses to go into a country that primarily has just had closed doors. You know, it's always a filmy run family.
Of course. Now, of course, you have been in Bollywood now for a while, and we've recently had Brett Lee performing on with Asha Bhosle as well. How do you
Has he performed in something?
He's released a single with her.
Oh, the single. Okay, I thought you meant in the movie. I didn't think.
No,
Brett's done a movie.
Not yet.
No.
So, how did you react to that when Brett Lee?
I know Brett very well. Between all the cricketers that come into India, with Brett Lee, Shane Warne, Jason Gillespie, Shane Watson, there's a few that are very well known in India, and they work hard to make themselves well known within India because it is such a big market. You know, I think with Brett and that song, he took it for what it was worth. He wrote a song, kind of capitalised on his popularity there, and the next step for Brett will be to go into movies. So he had to do a bit of a song to break out of the, you know, the cricketer thing. And good on him. You know, he's got a heart of gold. He has put all his heart and soul into India like I have. You know, both of us have the same tutor and learn Hindi, and we don't just kind of go in there willy-nilly. We make sure we know what we're doing and what we're talking about when we go in.
And how is that Hindi coming along? Are you getting there?
Yeah, you know, at the moment it's the basic filmy speak all the time. It's everything you yell out when you know, Kana, Pani, food, water, and you know, Mera naam Tania hai, and or they're always saying jaldi, jaldi, jaldi. Everything's jaldi. Ah, my life is jaldi in India, you know.
Fantastic.
For those of you who don't know, because he said g'day, jaldi means quickly, fast. On set now, eat now, jaldi, jaldi, jaldi.
Kana.
Yeah.
Well, Tania, it's been an absolute blast to have you on Curry Culture again. And before we go, I know you did a bit of a dance with us last time. Now, do you mind doing a bit of a song with me this time?
I can sing.
You can?
What should we sing?
What do you want to sing?
I know one of my favourites is a very traditional love song, a Hindi love song.
What is it?
It's Ishq hai bekra karta intizam.
Oh.
Ishq hai bekra karta intizam. Do you know it?
I don't know that one, but I was going to sing a bit of...
Oh no.
I was going to sing a bit of My Dil Goes... Thank you.
Salam namaste.
Salam namaste. Thank you again, Tania.
Thank you.